Alright, so what's up you guys, it's your boys LJX and we're back with another My Hero Wants Justice video. Now if you've seen the title, man, you know what it's about. It's all about All For One, and I have two topics concerning All For One, and those are story mode and roster. So let me just get straight into it. So we got a huge preview for this game exactly at the end of the newest E3 trailer, and if you haven't seen that yet, make sure to check it out, it's on the channel. But without further ado, what I'm of course talking about is that little brief moment that we had at the end where All For One and All Might are shown to face off. Now what does this mean for story mode? Of course I'm not the game developer and I know just as much as you guys as far as the game goes, but what I can get from this is that we either have the story mode up to All Might finding All For One, or we have a story mode that exceeds that point and actually goes a bit further than where the anime is at the moment. And why I think this will happen is mainly because we start off at the point from Gran Torino, and if you think about it, everything that went on until now where we are with the anime, it's quite a lot that we have to go through, and I personally think this game won't get such a huge story mode going forward, and that's just me, that's just not facts or whatever, that's just a personal opinion. And don't get me wrong, if they actually made a huge story mode for this game, I mean, I won't stop them, the more the better. But I just don't think the game will put that much effort into story mode and will focus way more on online battles and online in general. That being said, how could this transition over to online, you ask? Well, let me bring you over to the My Hero Wants Justice site and show you something that is pretty noticeable. If we go to the characters and click on heroes, you can see we missed just one spot, but if we go to villains, all we have is Shigaraki and Stain. To me this looks like we have a good chance that All For One will be a playable character, because as of now we really are leaking on the villains in the game. Now if you're going like no, it can't be, All For One is way too powerful and way too strong, just think about it this way, All Might is also in the game, so saying that this guy couldn't be in the game, that's pretty invalid. So if we look at the roster we have right now, we are up to 15 characters. What I personally think will happen is they will announce one or two more characters, one being of course All For One, which will bring up to either 16 or 17 characters, which is a pretty good base roster if you ask me. That being said, we can think about DLC, because I can't see this game going without any sorts of DLCs because it's way too popular, and I think if we take that into account, we will eventually end up somewhere between 21 and 24 characters. And if you want to know how big that is, that's pretty much as big as Fighters roster DLC excluded. So in short, my guess is that All For One will eventually be announced, and as far as story goes, it pretty much has two ways it can go, and that is that it will either stop at the All For One fight and leave the rest for maybe DLC or the next game, or the story mode will slightly get stretched and finish the arc. So that was it for today, guys. It was your boys LJX. I got a lot more My Hero Wants Justice content coming your way. So if you haven't yet, make sure to put those notifications on. If you happen to like the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Have a blessed day, stay safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.